we do love the great outdoors here in New Zealand. We're known, really, aren't we, for hunting and fishing, boating, generally getting out in nature. And if you just look at hunting, let's just take hunting. There's about 160,000 Kiwis that take part in some form of hunting each year. And predominantly it's the domain of men. But there is a growing interest among women to get amongst it. Case in point, Wild Chix. That's with an X, CHIX. It's a place where women can learn hunting, fishing, boating, all of the above, and just get out into nature through workshops, boot camps, and adventures. It's for women, led by women. And the founder is Izzy Zitzelsberger, and she joins me now. Izzy, good afternoon. Morning. See, I've fallen already. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I love the name, by the way. Before we get into what Wild Chix does, what's your story, Izzy?
Well, my story is I'm in love with the outdoors. I'm in love with New Zealand, but obviously not a born and bred Kiwi. I'm a Kiwi now, for sure.
Yes,
but
sure.
I came to New Zealand 13 years ago from Germany.
Yep.
And embraced the great outdoors in New Zealand with my partner, who took the lead on everything. And I really enjoyed the fishing and the boating and the whole lot. But waking up to why is it always the guys doing it all, and we just naturally fall back and become the tag along and don't take those things on ourselves because we often lack the confidence to just do those things. So that's when.
So how Izzy, how did you identify then that women would be even interested in this? Like Wild Chix, you said, I just woke up and thought, oh, maybe more women would like to be living the life that I'm living. How did you know that women were going to want to do it?
It was pretty much just the biggest thing was that there was nothing out there where they could even try it. And I was, for the last 7 years, I was selling boats for a big boat manufacturer in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And I would say 99%, if not 100%, of the decisions were made really by the guys.
Yeah.
And it always, really surprised me how very many guys in general, like my partner was the same, spend a lot of money on something they're not really too confident with. But the guys, and they just work it out later. They just go, I've never driven a boat, but can't be that hard.
Yeah.
And we are the opposite. We just go, no, we trust hubby or we trust the partner because we are definitely not spending hundreds of thousands of dollars for something we don't know how it works. And we always think we are not good enough. So that's when I just had all those guys there, and the ladies always said, we love it. And you go, but you shouldn't rely on your partner to take you out. If you have a great day on a Sunday and your partner is busy with his mates watching the cricket, you should be able to take your little boat out in the harbour and take the kids fishing, or your girlfriend. And especially when it happened that I talked a lot to divorced ladies or widowed ladies who then went, oh, I lost my ability to go in the water or in the bush. And then you go, but you shouldn't. You should build the confidence to do it. And then knowing by myself for sure, we can't learn with our husbands. It's just not possible. We just speak different languages.
Well,
we feel attacked. Right. We feel criticized. So there was definitely a need.
Yeah, so that's kind of that is the nucleus of this, isn't it? Or the beauty of Wild Chix is it is. This isn't being anti-man. This isn't an anti-man vibe. It is. No. You learn different. You're in a group of women, and the whole situation is just different, being all women.
Absolutely, and it's like getting them to a level where they ask the, let's say, dumb questions without feeling they get that side look and kind of like, we've been boating for 20 years and you still don't know kind of vibe.
Yes.
And it is us. It's a lot of female psychology, what I'm discovering, where we really struggle with really getting the advice from our significant others very often too. But it's just like building that confidence to a level that when they go on the boats or they go in the bush, that we can go, honey, I've got this. And not feel that they have to correct us or tell us, and then it just escalates, as it often does.
All levels are welcome, aren't they, Izzy? I mean, from first-time hunters to someone that might have done a little bit of it, this is where you can learn from the very start right through to, women that have been hunting and a little bit, know what they're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We even have women coming along for the boating especially and the hunting because their partners do it or their kids are getting into it, and they just want to understand the story behind it. They want to know what safety gear is required and how are things called and what would be the best behaviors on a boat and to shoot a rifle, just to make sure that their loved ones are safe rather than them wanting to take the helm necessarily. So there are all sorts.
I found out about you, Izzy, from an email I got from a woman called Jane who said she spent the weekend in the Kaimanawa Forest with you and your team on the beginners hunting course. And one of the things that really struck her was the variety of women attending. She said from all kinds of backgrounds and ages, ranging from 21 to 63. I mean, is that quite common? You've got a large age range and from different backgrounds.
Yes, 100%. And I really love it. Spend a weekend with so many different women and hear their intentions, why they are there, and their backgrounds, and where they want to take this. And it's so cool because we are all so different, but we come together to learn one thing together, and we experience so many cool new things together. And then the age doesn't really make a difference. And if you're a student or if you're a lawyer or a doctor, you're all coming back to that zero level, and everyone gets accepted the same way. And all we're trying to do in this intro weekend is learning how to calm down in our busy day-to-day lives. The key is really switch off, be one with nature, sit in the bush for a while, engage your other senses, and don't be constantly distracted by life, phones thoughts.
And the city,
Yes.
And maybe shoot a deer, Izzy. Yes, of course. But you will never, if you're not taking it slow, you will not. You won't even see one. No, you're right. You're right. I saw a short video on your website and a couple of things stood out for me, which I liked. It said that they were obviously learning a new skill, but I like the fact too that one woman said the importance of really connecting, and that's what you've just said, but also connecting with her food. She said, there was a disconnect from where you buy your meat in packets from the supermarket, and there's so many people that don't actually realise, where their food is coming from. And she said that was really important to her. And I liked that because she's gone out, she is shot, and you teach them to gut, to skin, to do all of it, don't you?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And for me, with one of the ladies, it was incredible actually to see, because she was convinced that she would just absolutely become a huntress, and she was just like, I send photos to my husband how I'm going to carry this deer and it will be amazing. And then once it was in front of her and it was dead, and she looked at it and she was like, I can't do this. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, I can't touch it. I can't deal with it.
Yeah.
And she was standing there bawling her eyes out and just felt so sorry for this beautiful animal, which is a pest and destroys our forests, like in saying that, but it's a beautiful animal.
Yes.
She was not able to break the animal down until it was broken down in different parts. And she took the knife and she was more than happy to process the meat, but as long as it was a full animal, she was like, no. She was like, I need to start with rabbits and turkeys rather than going straight away and shoot something with big brown eyes.
With big brown eyes, What's one of the biggest things that you noticed, Izzy, after someone has done a Wild Chix weekend? When the ladies leave, what are you noticing? Is it that feeling of achievement or their confidence? Is there something different about them?